Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson after the Saints have progressed through to the competition proper of the FA Trophy with a 3-1 win over Poole Town at Clarence Park. We've been waiting for a win at home for a little while, Ian, and hard work in the end, but we got there.
Yeah, it was pleasing from my point of view, because obviously we have been in a sticky patch over the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks and results haven't gone our way, but as I've said before, I felt we were playing good football. I felt that the spirit was still there with the players, and just a little bit of luck here and a little bit of luck there, and maybe getting 1 or 2 players back from injury would improve us. And I felt today by bringing Tarek Moore in and Kieran Munlui back into the side in terms of the size, their height, it was a massive difference to us in terms of the personnel we had, and it allowed me to have a good bench today in terms of the 5 players we had out there. Where we've been having 2 or 3 fit players, we've had 5 fit players on the bench, and it's great to bring Rhys Williams off the bench today, who's got 2 great goals for us late on to win the game. And Charlie Walker, and we've got Nathan Pinney there, and we've got Lane Eady, who've all been regulars over the last couple of weeks. So it was nice to have a full squad to pick from, but as I say, I felt the last couple of weeks, probably second half against Bognor, and it was probably the only time we haven't turned up over the last few weeks. So it's been there, but not quite to the level it was today.
We've waited, 26 games to win our first penalty of the season. Most people thought it was a rather generous penalty when Sean went down. David Noble stuck it away, of course, and 3 minutes later they got an equally soft penalty as well for handball.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of them. From where I was standing, I didn't think either of them were penalties, but everyone tells me it hit Tarek's arm, which is fair enough. But I mean, I said at half time that did Sean get fouled, and they were adamant that he got clipped. So I can only see it from where I am. As I say, I thought they were 2 very harsh penalties, but we have to take it because that's the first time we've got somebody driving at somebody in the box all season, and we spoke about it in midweek about getting in the box and taking people on and causing them problems. So it's nice to have a little bit of luck, and it's nice to get a penalty and score one. But as you say, within 3 minutes we're back to 1-1. So it's just set us a little bit on our heels, just coming into that half-time period where it'd have been nice to have gone in at 1-0. We've ended up going at 1-1, just giving a goal away just before half-time, and I felt sort of 10 minutes in the second half we started to struggle as the game went on. But I felt after 10 minutes of the second half, I felt we started to take control of it, and we've created 3 or 4 really good chances in that last half an hour. I
thought Poole actually looked a better side today than they did down at their place earlier in the season, but they looked very weak up front, whereas of course we looked quite sharp up front. Some of our finishing in the first half was a bit wayward, but we got the 3 goals, and Rhys took his tally for the season into double figures.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because I know Paul had a few injuries at the beginning of the season, and they were looking to, obviously they lost a couple of players. I know Brooks went to Salisbury, who's back here now, but I think Bentley's the 3rd highest goal scorer in the league. So I think defensively we did a really good job today. So it was nice to have Tarek in there, 6'3" centre half, and it was nice for, as I say, Kieran, another big player, to come back in there in terms of 6'3" midfield player. And I just felt defensively we looked quite strong today, which is where we've looked a little bit weak in the last few weeks. So it was nice to have those players come back in. We've got Harold Joseph, who's come in for the last couple of minutes. He's fit now. We've just got to get some matches into him in terms of match fitness. So as I said before, it's nice to have players back. It's players that are returned will make us stronger, and it'll give us competition for places. And it's nice to progress in the cup, but also it's nice to stop the slide in terms of defeats. And so we've just got to go and pick ourselves back up again, and we've got to try to turn in some of these performances and some of the games into results, and it's going to hopefully start next week. We have to go all the way to Truro.
It's funny in a way, you don't want to get knocked out of cup competitions, but it was a game without less pressure in many ways today.
Well, I don't know about that in terms of where from the pressure from not us winning games, there's quite a lot of pressure on it, and it was trying to take the pressure off the players, because we've said all along, the losing becomes a habit as winning becomes a habit. And at the start of the season, the players were playing with a hell of a lot of confidence in terms of that. So and it just takes you along on a little merry roundabout. But today, we've had a poor month in terms of 4 weeks with I think 5 defeats out of 6. So the players' confidence was a little bit low, and it's just trying to keep their confidence up and keep believing in what they're trying to do. And that's all we've tried really for the last couple of weeks. But the performance against Bognor last week in the second half wasn't good enough, and it just leaves you a little bit questioning whether we have the desire at times to go and win games of football. But I felt when we needed to dig very deep today, we had a lot of desire, and we had a lot of attitude, and I'm not sure. I think that might be, Rhys has got 10 goals now in all competitions this year, so it's great from a winger. and it's good from us that, as I said earlier, that we can bring him off the bench today, and so it livens him up, it livens Zane up, it livens Sean Lucian up in terms of they're not guaranteed to play every week at the moment, so we can mix and match and see who's going to play one week and who's going to play the next week, so it keeps everybody on their toes. But going back to your first question, I think confidence was a little bit low, and there was pressure because we haven't won games, and it was nice to win today, get into the next round, and also it gives us a little bit of financial monies to go, and obviously helps us for the season.
Everybody knows how you felt after the Bognor game last week, and you're threatening wholesale changes. I'd imagine you're a bit happier with the players' attitude today, but of course one game isn't the end of it. They've got to do it every week now. Well,
this is the thing that we've said to them, David. We've done it at the beginning of the season, so there's no reason why we can't do it now. Yeah, it's tough. Football's tough, but you've got to go and work hard at it. And as we said, we've trained hard again this week, and I don't have any problem with the training. The training's unbelievable. These players get on the ball and they make things happen, and sometimes in football games you've got a competition that you've got to go and stop the opposition first and foremost, and for me in the last few weeks we haven't stopped the opposition enough, and that's what's caused us problems. But also, as we said there, set pieces have been massive. We've conceded goals upon goals on set pieces, and again we worked 3/4 an hour on Thursday night defending, and today I thought the lads were excellent. We actually defended really well against set pieces because they're dangerous. They've got some big players they can put in there, but it makes such a massive difference that I can go and put 2 6'3" centre half and a centre midfield player in there in terms of our defensive side of it. So Tom Bender then becomes the left back, and no disrespect to Lane Eady, we've got a 5'6" left back there. All of a sudden I've got a 6'1" left back. And then we've got centre halves that are 6'2", 6'3". We've got a midfield player at 6'3". So defensively, it's been massive in terms of getting them two in there today. And as I say, we've got Harold Joseph coming back at 5'10", 5'11", but jumps 6'3". So it's good from that side of it that set pieces against, we can defend them properly again. And then if we do that right, we're not going to give silly goals away at silly times, and then we can go and open teams up the other way, which is what we've done again today.
Next week, longest journey of the season, down to Truro City. They're having a terrific season so far.
Yeah, good side, and very good side, and some of the managers we've spoke to have said that they're the best side that they've played all season, so it's going to be tough, but we've got to go there, we've got to be positive, and we've got to believe that we've got a good side here. Yeah, we're going to have ups and downs, and we're going to have players that aren't going to perform to the level they can do week in, week out, but as we said, we're quite a young side, and by bringing the two, a bit more experience with Tarek and a bit more experience with Kieran, back in the side, we've got to go and believe that we can go and win a game now. So I think we've got the tools to go and do that. I think we've got the front three can go and cause their back four some problems, and also then we've got to go and make sure we defend on a lot of set pieces because they've got some big centre halves that can come in and can cause us problems. So, as I say, we're playing again on Tuesday and Thursday. Long trip, but it's something that we have to do in a football club. Is you're going to have to make long trips. We've still got to go Western-super-Mare, so that's a 3.5-4 hour journey as well. So, but as I said, all we can do is take each game as it comes, get everybody back fit, try and see where we are. As I said, once everyone's back, we can make some decisions whether we need to make some wholesale changes. We said today we've left out, Nathan's been left out, Lane Eady's been left out, and Charlie Walker. So it was always going to be, and Reece Morrell-Williams. So we've left 3 or 4 out this week from where we was last week, but they were the right decisions. And as I said to you before the game, the front 6 today, or midfield, front 6 and the 2 fullbacks were exactly what started the start of the season, so we're not very far away from where we was when the season started, which is good from our point of view because, as I say, the injuries have been a major part, I feel, in us not performing to the level that we should have done.
Psychologically, Ian, does the slope on the pitch make any difference to the way you prepare games or the players approach it? Because we've now scored as many goals going up the pitch as we have down it this season.
Well, it's a strange one because we'd actually decided today we were going to kick down the hill first half because we felt we wanted to try and get in front and give the players some confidence. So, in a couple of games we've done it this year, we've actually done quite well, and that was the thing about it. I think it's always been in everybody's mind here. You kick up the hill first half and you defend it, and then second half you go right at the other team. But our performances this year going up the hill has been better than the away. So I think it is psychologically, but it's also from the fact is that we need to be on both sides, where we're going up the hill, down the hill, we need to be on the front foot. We actually play much better going down the hill, but for some reason we keep winning games going up the hill at the moment. So it's good from that side of it because it just shows it doesn't really affect the players. It doesn't matter, they span us around today, but we'd already decided in the change room that we would spin round and go down the hill first, just to try and give the players the confidence if we got in front that we might be able to defend it and see what we did, which we did against Bath, I think, going back a few weeks ago, where we got in front 1-0 in the second half, we went on and won the game.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian, and enjoy a long trip next week, and let's hope we come home with 3 points.
Thanks, David.
So Saints next in action next Saturday, the 2nd of December, down at Treyu Park, or Treyu Road, away to Truro City, National League South, kick-off 3 p.m.